This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hey guys, I thought you would enjoy that. We're going for a Fort of Fortune today. I'm going to be narrating over this. This was already pre-recorded, as you can see, live at twitch.tv, KingLuke361, and we are heading down to try and get some of the tridents. As you can see here, I'm gathering them up. We're just going to get them all prepared. Figured this would be a good way to get them. I mean, it's really the only way to kind of get them. You can find them around laying everywhere and stuff like that, but our goal was to just make the Fort of Fortune as easy as possible. So I get back to the boat. I'm going to get everything gathered up here. Outside of that, this is going to be a very interesting adventure. I encourage you to continue watching because this was my very first heist in terms of a Fort of Fortune, and I can tell you it did not go to plan whatsoever. Like, literally nothing went right. So I'm going to gather up these tridents, and then we will be on the move. Now, as you can see here, I'm getting closer to the fort, and I noticed that people are there. So now we have a different kind of scenario. Originally, I'm thinking that, okay, we're just going to go to the fort, we're just going to do it, and now somebody's actually there. So now we have to work on stealing from these guys or getting rid of them. So I head over here. Lucky me, I find a keg, I find a cannon rowboat, and I'm thinking, all right, we are locked and loaded. So I made sure that I had some cannonballs and stuff with me, which I checked, I did, and we're gonna fly right over there. Luckily, I cut out all the rowing and all the boring stuff, so hopefully you guys appreciate that. Throw me a like and maybe subscribe if you like what you see. So here comes the fun now. We're heading over. We're going to sneak our way under the water, and I figured I'd keg them. So I get up here, they're busy, boom, we're dropping it down, and here we go. Oh, look at that. See, now that's sweet. Wait, want to see that again? Okay. Boom! Oh, still so cool to watch. Really enjoyed that. I figured that would do them in, to be honest. So now I'm in attack mode. They know I'm here. They know we're in some really deep trouble. They're doing the final stages of the fort, which means I only have to deal with them in order to get this thing stolen. As you can see, I'm burning to death in the boiling water from the Ashen Lord that they have to deal with right now. And they have to deal with that. How did they survive this? I will never know. They got kegged. They got meteorites falling from the sky. Their mast is down. I should have this in the bag. This shouldn't even be a problem. Even with the shark. So I'm trying to remember where I put my rowboat. I was not really prepared for them to still be standing after all of this. So I'm looking, and I also have to deal with this shark. Now luckily, from many tips from YouTubers online, you can see that if you just juke right below them, it gets them right out of your way. You don't have to worry about fighting them. Even though I have my sword out, I am not going to be fighting this shark whatsoever. So, I'm still trying to find my freaking cannon rowboat. Where did I put it? I cannot remember. But, I'm like, I know it's by a rock, and I got to deal with this turd. So now I can see it. So I'm like, okay, I got to get over there, get on the boat, and get these guys sunk, because they are still standing. Take a duck maneuver again, and get on the rowboat. And now this is the part where you guys should all take this as a tutorial for what not to do with the cannon rowboat. I should have gave up on this cannon rowboat, but I was so hell-bent on making sure these guys sank. I was like, I gotta do this. I gotta get these guys sunk. This is perfect. So I get my cannonballs ready. I even brought some cursed ones, but that was like just to keep in my pocket. So I'm like, all right, I got the cannonballs lined up, and it didn't dawn on me that one, this thing's like damn near impossible to aim, and two, the boat goes backwards from the cannon fire. So what the hell am I gonna do now? I'm like, should I go over? Should I go fight them? I changed my mind. I'm gonna keep firing cannons like a psychopath. So I'm noticing the boat's rotating, it's not staying where I want, so I gotta keep lining it up. And I still have no idea how they're standing, not a clue. So they're still coming at me, and I gotta keep pushing for this as hard as I can. I'm just hammering away. They're on fire. I don't even think they're dealing with a fire now too. Like, how did I lose this? How did they not sink already? So at this point, I don't want to get hit with a cannonball. You get one ball, that's going to be the end of the game. So that's why I did that evasive maneuver in the water. And I am just pushing. I'm like, I gotta get this thing close. These guys are gonna be too busy. Now they're trying to shoot me. Which, luckily, I mean, I had a decent amount of health. I probably should have ate. I'm thinking about shooting back, because I got my flintlock on me. So, if I could hit them, and then I was like, you know what? I don't have any ammo. So, I'll try to one-ball. But then I'm driving this crappy boat that keeps trying to maneuver itself all over the place. It was just a nightmare. This is just not going well. These guys are still standing. I gotta deal with this. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, and all I have is this can of Rowboat now. It's my only offense. So, I'm like, I gotta push forward. So now we're lining up some more shots. I'm pretty sure that guy got one-balled. And I'm just trying to hammer them as hard as I can. I'm pretty sure they were even begging. You might be able to hear it in the audio. They were begging, you know, for me to like alliance or something. I don't know what the plan was there. But I figured if I just keep doing this, everything will go good, and then it'll all just work out. So I'm keeping on the pressure, keep working on it. And it looks now like I'm thinking to myself, like, I might win this. So I'm like, I gotta get closer. Like, they're in some really deep trouble. I have to be able to get in there to get this done. And sure enough, we're gonna fire off some more shots. Now, these were some pretty good ones. I thought this was really, like, you know, they can't shoot me. I'm getting pushed all over the place. I'd be a hell of a target to hit. But, like, this is seriously a big lesson. If you're going to use this can of Rowboat, I would just push in and just try to finish them as quickly as you can. So that way everything just goes much better than this, because this went awful. So I didn't know what to do here. And I'm still just hammering away, just trying to take them out. Like, I mean, between all of that, how are they not sunk? I don't get it. I should have went over with the fire. That should have been a clear sign that I should have went over. And they are so close to being done with this fort, too. Like, there is not much time to pull off this heist. I'm feeling ballsy now. I'm pushing in. I figure, all right, I got the cannon ready. Why I'm standing here, because I didn't want to give them an easy shot. I figured, okay, if I stand up here a little bit, I should be able to kind of throw them off, juke them a little bit. I want to make this as hard as possible. I know I'm out of cannonballs. I'm trying to grab some more. I try to get lined up. I keep grabbing the oars and stuff, all kinds of stupid stuff, and I get sniped. So now, this guy's hilarious. Woo, disco party. So, now we got to deal with this. How are we going to deal with this? So I'm like, okay, I'll just shoot myself over. I only have so much time to deal with this. Might as well go for it. So I line it up, I shoot, and this is why you don't panic. You should not panic, because this was a fail of a shot. So let's just rewind. We're back on the boat now. That was a failure. Come back over. So I'm like, I got to get closer. Well, I finally figured that out when I should already just been driving over, probably shooting cannons at them. And we are just gunning it. At this point, we are on a time clock. Like, this is going to go really bad. So I'm getting closer. I'm like, all right, I think I can line up a cannon shot. I go for this one. It's a dud. So we're back on the boat again. Keep floating around. Keep trying to figure this out. Like, how am I going to deal with this? I'm only one guy on the boat, mind you. So now we're in a naval fight. These guys decide they're going to come fight me. So this is where you get to see kind of my solo play of the sloop, trying to take this guy out. And I mean, they were in big trouble. They really were. Like, it's not like I'm pirate legend. Like, it's not a huge title, but it's a big deal. I mean, I worked for it, so I got some skills. These guys, we went back and forth. I mean, you're gonna see all of this, like literally every single second of it. Can't remember if they boarded or not. I know there's some really cool stuff, so you guys will get to check that out. Yeah, see, they just made very easy to deal with mistakes. Like, that was a good shot right there. Unfortunately, like, now I'm at their broadside, so it's kind of a back and forth game. I wanted to get as many holes as I could, just kind of see what I could do, just to get them sunk. At this point, they're already fully repaired, so they're ready to go. I gotta make sure I deal with my own repairs as well. And if you guys have any tips and stuff, make sure to leave them in the comments. Like, I'm pretty good on criticisms. Like, I definitely like critiques of ways to get better, you know, at just about everything. So, we're still dealing with them. Everything's all over the place. I'm trying to make sure I keep myself lined up with them. You know, get a good angle on them. Do the classic, do a circle around them instead of doing a line. And now we're going right at them. Like, directly at them. So, we're going to have to deal with that. They're going to be pushing in. And it's just fun. So, there's a hit. There's a hit. Oh man, see, like, those were good shots. They definitely just weren't that good in terms of PvP. Like, they were pretty good, but they weren't that good. So, get the boat maneuvering around and everything like that. I'll let you guys kind of watch this naval fight here for a minute. But things just get worse and worse. Like, it goes progressively downhill from here. Now this part coming up, you're not going to believe. You just won't believe this at all. Are you ready for it? Boom! Megalodon. Shocker. And I almost shot him in the face. I figured we were going to piss him off, and this was where it was going to get really bad, because now I'm solo, I'm dealing with these guys, and I have a Megalodon in the mix. So it just gets even crazier and crazier. Just watch how this unfolds. It is nuts. See, I was kind of expecting a border here. I didn't know if I would actually get one, but I don't think they made it over. Plus, I wanted to make sure that they kind of didn't. So now I'm trying to figure out if I want to shoot myself over. Do I want to fight them? They're pretty far away. I'm just trying to get a feel for the situation. And we still have the Megalodon, so it is just crazy. Off the wall nuts. See, the big thing there is I knew I was going to be in their broadside now, so I put the sails down to make sure that I would get full speed to get away from their broadside shots. That's just a good tip, just in case you're like doing any kind of naval fight with this. And at this point, I'm just out of my rocker. I'm trying to do some crazy Hitbo TC type stuff where I'm grabbing onto Megalodons and all kinds of crazy junk. But I couldn't pull it off. I didn't get a grip. It's just back and forth. As you can see, it does not end. It's just like back, forth, back, forth. I'm not going down. They're not going down. Where are we going to go from here? I think at this point they even knew it too, because this ramming attempt was definitely an interesting one, but as far as I remember, it did not pan out the way they expected. And I made sure to use blender bombs to kind of keep them off my ship, because that was the big thing. If they get in there and they start beating on me, whatever holes I have to stick with. Like, that would be a one-way ticket straight down into the ocean. So I'm doing my repairs now and everything like that. I'm just going to keep letting you guys kind of watch this as it unfolds, but it just, I could have probably had this heist, but it does not work out. You'll see. Ah, see, now they got a border on me, so now I'm in trouble. It's a back-to-back fight. Okay, so now I gotta deal with this guy on my boat. I gotta deal with the boat coming to ram me. So this, oh, they were actually shooting me. I apologize. Yeah, like, they were really trying to get on my boat. They knew I was solo. They had to finish me. It was their only shot. So I'm waiting for that border, just trying to keep them at bay. Make them work more than, you know, making myself work, which really didn't work out at all. So I'll have to wait and see. You guys will have to wait and see here. Ooh, the Megalodon got him. Did you guys see that? That's crazy. But we're just kind of waiting to see. I definitely know they made some good boards, and they definitely made some good boards on me, and they made some really good fights. So this is pretty cool. So I'm sure some of you can already see it, but I will definitely make highlight of this. Another boat has just arrived. A good old sea. Like, seriously? So now it's a Reaper sloop on top of that. Look at this guy. What a dork. Ruining everything. So I gotta deal with him now. And the Megalodon. And this pile of douche canoes. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, there's so many people on me. How am I going to deal with all this? Now, keep in mind, I mean, I don't know if this guy's going to try to fight me, if he might go and fight them. I figure if I can get out of the fight, maybe they'll fight each other. Like, it's really tough to say. So I was ready to shoot at him. I'm sure he was ready to shoot at me, but we didn't go at it at all, which was very odd. So I was like, all right, he's going to go for them maybe. So we'll have to wait and see. So right now I'm trying to get an eye on the situation to see what is going on. Like, I'm like, okay, are these guys gonna fight? What is the deal? Like, we should be watching them going at it right now. But it looks like they're talking to each other. Then you'll see how that progresses even better. So at this point you figured out, I'm like, okay, they have an alliance. Now they're trying to do the fort together. So I have no choice but to try to sabotage this in any way I can. I don't know what this new guy or guys are capable of. And I got to figure out what I'm going to do. So I send my boat off into the distance. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, all I got to do is just get over here, try to get them with like a cannon or something. Just kind of get something figured out to where it works out to where I can take them out. I even see the keg and I'm like, ooh, okay, another keg technique, possibly. I try to line up the shot, I'm getting the cannon loaded, and it just doesn't work out. It's not quite there. So I don't know where to go from here. So now I'm trying to hide myself just to make sure that they can't see me, they don't know where I'm at. They know I'm nearby, I'm sure, but they haven't really gotten a good visual as to what I'm doing. And I decide, well, I believe I heard one of them say something about my boat, so I want to make sure there's no holes in it. Plus, don't want it to drift too far. If it sinks, this whole operation's over. So I come back just to find out everything's fine. And we're going to have to go back and try to board them again. So now I'm really lined up with this guy's boat. I'm like, all right, I got to get this guy. Like this for sure. I'm going for it. It's happening. So buckle up. It's going to be a fun one.
I'm going near your boat to protect it.
So now I'm going for the boarding attempt. It's on. And I see a guy in the water. They know I'm here. They definitely know him. That guy doesn't even know I'm underneath him. So I'm going for him. I'm all out. So I get one. I'm going for the other. I try to drop anchor, but unfortunately, as you can see, the anchor's busted. So I'm swinging at this guy for all I'm worth. He's down. Now I've got the boat, and no idea I'm going to play this. We got one guy left, and I get him as well. So now the boat's all mine, but I don't know how to play this yet. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm like, I got everybody dead. They'll be back in seconds, literally with the new respawn time. I managed to drop the anchor, so at least they're kind of down. Then I changed my mind, and I'm thinking, okay, if their boat moves, I could smack it into something. Now they're back. I try to go back and forth with them a little bit, and I'm just not sure how this is going to pan out.
Hey, sorry if the audio gets a little weird here, but just try to finish up the narration on this. These guys took them out. I'm like, all right, we're going to go for a ramming technique on the island just to see if I can put some holes in them.
Bro, relax.
This guy's calling out that he's friendly. I don't know whether to hear him out, see if they'll share loot, or what. So I was just kind of like,
Why did you kill me, bro? I didn't do anything. I know
a
you
little skeptical of that. That's what made this a little bit weird. I should have already had this guy sank, but I kept kind of wondering whether or not he was actually going to do it. Now, I grabbed this skull here, and I'm like, should I fight him with it? Should I run off with it? I was going to try to hide it. At this point, he's saying that, I mean, you can kind of hear the voiceover in the clip, that he wants to talk, but it didn't really work out. So I'm more of into the idea of just stealing everything, because that was the original plan for me anyway. So I take it over here. So yeah, just bring the loot over here. After this, it's gonna get pretty crazy. Hopefully, you guys definitely learned from my mistakes on this, because this was wild. So I figured I'd put it over here and just kind of go from there. After this, we do a little bit of back and forth, and you definitely learn from many more of my mistakes, I'm sure, without a doubt. So here, I am attempting to hopefully shoot at them, knock down their mast, try to do something to break this up. I really want the loot. And I decide, you know what, I don't think I'm going to make the shot, so I'm just going to do a boarding attempt. And oh boy, yep, I overshot that bad. So redo on that. Got on the boat, tried to do a cannon shot from there. Now this one looks like it goes a lot better. Now check this out. Boom! Oh! tried to get me with the Athena keg. Now that's an old school trick, but unfortunately it doesn't go very well for them. So that went off. Now they're trying to blunderbuss me. I'm getting ready to shoot them with the pistol. I know they're peeking the ladder, like they're waiting for me to climb up it. Yep, right there. So at this point I got hit, and I tried to juke them so that way I could land up there, but it just didn't work out. They're calling me out, they want me to come up, they want to fight. Now, I wish I could have landed a shot, but they're playing that railing really good. So I'm looking, I almost can hit him, but I can't quite get it. So I'm like, alright, time for the fire bombs. I wish I would have brought thunder bombs, but that's what I had. Hopefully that would kind of back him off a little bit, make him not want to try to push me so hard, and it seems to be effective. Now he's on fire, now I'm on fire, and I die. So back to the ferry, redo again, try to go for another shot. So I fire over, I'm trying to get on board of their ship. Hopefully, just trying to finish these guys, see if I can get this loot. I've been back and forth on this forever, just trying to not get my boat involved with two of them. You know, being solo, that's too hard to handle. Like, if I could take one of the boats out with me, then we got something to work with. This guy's in the water, he's making great shots. I'm not going to be able to handle that.
Yeah, we're fighting in the water.
So I lean up, I'm trying to grab the ladder, think about whether or not to go up, take this guy in the water. I didn't get the food reg, so that really stunk. I figure, well, doesn't hurt to stay under the water here for a little while. Now my health's coming back up, so I'm feeling more confident. Go for the board.
I'm waiting.
Oop, I'm up. Alright, I'm going at him. See, but now I'm playing a little smarter. I'm like, okay, these guys are definitely going to come after me. I'm going for a lunge. Got the lunge off, but just couldn't get the kills. So now I'm really upset. So I'm going with the double gunning technique. I don't have a choice. There's nothing more I can do. These guys are going to leave soon with the loot, and I got to make a play here. So we're going to go ahead and come over with the double guns now. Now it's on. So I'm looking. I'm like, all right, you want to play with the blunderbuss? I got one too. Go for a blast.
Yep, right here.
Juked him. He goes for the sword. I get a shot off. He's dead.
I'm dead.
Oh, but I didn't count for the one behind me. Back on the island again. And at this point, I'm like, all right, I gotta still keep trying. Just keep trying and trying. Get blunder bombs this time. I'm thinking maybe I could sneak over. There's the cannon rowboat. I was like, okay, I could use this again. It's stuck. So now I'm just trying to peek at him, see if I can get a visual. I could see a guy, but I wasn't sure if I could get a shot. So I'm taking a look again. There he is. I'm really trying to line it up. And I just miss. So now they know I'm shooting at them. So this makes it even worse. So now they're shooting back. They got pretty good shots too. So that makes it really tricky. So we're going to do some back and forth here. This just gets crazy. But I stood almost no chance against these guys. With an alliance like that, working toward doing a fort of fortune, like it was almost impossible. So I'm going for a firebomb. I figure maybe that'll distract him. That guy gets a snipe on me.
He's low, he's low.
Just a mess.
He's low.
So now I'm hurting. This guy's throwing blunder bombs at me. I got one pushing me. I'm just swarmed. There's nothing I can do, so I die.
He's dead.
So I finally decide I'm going to bring the boat over. They're gone. I was going to take the loot at this point, and that was about it. But unfortunately, it was a fail of an attempt for taking a steal off of these guys, and I wish I would have just got more. I don't know why they left the skulls. I mean, that was kind of a convenient pick for me, but I'll take what I can get from it. At least, the only thing that really throws me off here, I must not have gotten the keg off or something. I don't understand what happened here. Maybe somebody could explain this to me, but I'm racking up the little bit of loot I have left, and that... Like, what is the odds of this happening? Like, now that I've got blown up, I'm thinking, oh man, this is it. Like, I've only ever been at Athena keg once before, and it was definitely the end of my boat. So I'm thinking this is done. But I work at it. Apparently, if you just stay there by your ship and stay on it, you can get it all cleaned up. See, I'm just bucketing for dear life because I'm thinking there's got to be holes all through this thing. Somebody must have been hiding on my boat or something because I just have no idea how they got on, how they Athena kegged me, but it could have been on the water. I think that was another one that just exploded in the distance. I didn't even notice that. So these guys were definitely still around, maybe.